The unconscious eater is often engaged in paired eating. This is eating and doing another activity at the same time, such as watching television and eating or reading and eating. Because of the subtleties and lack of awareness, it can be difficult for a person to identify this eating personality. There are many subtypes of unconscious eaters. The chaotic unconscious eater often lives an overscheduled life. They're too busy. They have too many things to do. The chaotic eating style is haphazard. Whatever's available will be grabbed. Vending machine food, fast food, it'll all do. Nutrition and diet are often important to this person, just not in the critical moment of the chaos. Chaotic eaters are often so busy putting out fires that they have difficulty identifying biological hunger until it's fiercely ravenous. Not surprisingly, the chaotic eater goes long periods of time without eating. The refuse-not unconscious eater is vulnerable to the mere presence of food, regardless if they're hungry or full. Candy jars, food lying around at meetings, food sitting on a kitchen counter, none will usually be passed up by the refuse-not eater. Most of the time, however, refuse-not eaters are not aware that they are eating or how much they are eating. For example, the refuse-not eater may pluck up a couple of candies on the way to the restroom without being aware of it. Social outings that revolve around food, such as cocktail parties and holiday buffets, are especially tough for the refuse-not eater. The waste-not unconscious eater values the food dollar. His or her eating drive is often influenced by getting as much as they can for the money. The waste-not eater is especially inclined to clean the plate, and others as well. It's not unusual for a waste-not eater to eat the leftovers from their children or their spouse's plates. The emotional unconscious eater uses food to cope with emotions, especially uncomfortable emotions such as stress, anger, and loneliness. While emotional eaters view their eating as the problem, it's often a symptom of a deeper issue. Eating behaviors of the emotional eater can range from grabbing a candy bar in stressful times to chronic compulsive binges of vast quantities of food. Unconscious eating in its various forms is a problem if it results in chronic overeating, which can easily occur when you're eating and not quite aware of it. Keep in mind that somewhere between the first and the last bite of food is where the lapse of consciousness takes place, as in, oh, it's all gone. So, for example, have you ever bought a large box of candy at the movies and begun to eat it only to discover your fingers suddenly scraping the bottom of the empty box? That's a simple form of unconscious eating. But unconscious eating can also exist at an intense level in a somewhat altered state of eating. In this case, the person is not aware of what is being eaten, why he started eating, or even how the food tastes. This is zoning out with food.